How's it going, guys? Anfield here, and today I want to talk about something that comes up on the stream a lot. Basically, it's a subject and discussion about greater customization when it comes to tanks, which is something that I'm really in favor of. Some of you may remember the angry reaction I had to Wargaming completely scrapping an entire patch that had the changes to the emblems and the inscriptions of tanks, where they would give you some bonuses and other things like that. Not least due to the part by some big World of Tanks YouTubers who were upset at the pricing of these things. And they were right to be upset, of course. I didn't necessarily agree with the sensationalism of it all. This was just on the first iteration of the test server, and there was already a huge anger outspark. But Wargaming, rather than change the pricing structures and update a few things that needed to be changed in order for this to work, they completely scrapped the idea in general. And this was upsetting to me because the idea of you could pick and customize your tank even further, where you could be like, well, I kind of like the idea of being able to aim better, reload slightly faster, drive better, whatever it is, you could then do that to your tank. You could customize them so much more. So while I'd love to see the return of this kind of idea, obviously with the appropriate pricing structure along with it, I'd also really like to see some changes to the crew skills. For those of you World of Tanks veterans that have played for as long as I have, you will probably remember that each crew member could only ever learn 3 skills: repairs, camouflage, and firefighting. Now, for reference, this came out in patch 7.2. That was 4 years ago, and we haven't had an update to the crew skills since. So while Wargaming have been talking about moving 6th Sense to perhaps be an unlocked skill at 100% on the radio operator, so you don't have to train it anymore, I'd like to see a more general update to the skills so that they become more unique and more useful. Because for the most part, let's be honest, most of the skills aren't that useful. There's a few kind of good ones, and most of them are on the driver and the gunner, with a few of the commander, including 6th Sense, being somewhat useful, but I think there could be more done to this to make them feel more useful. The loader, for example, doesn't have any real useful skills except for maybe safe stowage, so perhaps a cool one would be to go along with safe stowage, another skill that helps your loader better deal with ammo racks. Let's say you get ammo rack, rather than it doubling your reload, the loader is able to bring the reload back down to a reasonable level, so maybe an ammo rack only does 20% onto your normal reload speed. Another skill could be added that basically increases your reload in general, so maybe, it shaves about 3% off of your overall reload when fully trained. And these little boosts could be done all over your crew. So for example, if you have the same sort of skill on your gunner, then it increases maybe your aim speed, or your overall aim shrinks the reticle by 3% or something like that. That would be really cool to see. Some of the skills we currently have, like I said, are already pretty good, but there are a lot of them that are really useless, so a revamp would be really nice. Add some freshness into the game so that you feel like your crew is really unique, and there's lots of options and little directions you can go, because right now, just like equipment, there's a lot of well, that's clearly the best, I should always get that one, and I think it would be really nice to see a lot more variety, that people can have 2 of the same tank, but then be pretty different. There shouldn't be much of an issue with a pay-to-win aspect that there was previously with the other one, with the terrible pricing structure around the emblems, because crew skills are earned through battles over time. And while the skills will definitely help, they won't be some revolutionary change in the tank, like big percent increases like 10, 15. None of that, just small 2-3% around that area. And Wargaming can release a few missions that will give you crew experience rewards, the kind of thing they already have going on with personal reserves. If they ramp that up, it would be quite cool and get people playing in battles to try and improve their crews even further. And for those of us that have ground every line that we already want, it gives us something new to play for, a new goal to achieve. And while I think there are lots of avenues Wargaming can take towards customization, I think crew skills are one of the better ones that they can do. But I want to know what you guys think. Do you like the idea of greater customization to make your tank more unique, or do you kind of think it's okay as it is? And also, do you think crew skills are the way to do it? And if you do, what are your ideas for new crew skills? But anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.